I'm here with Jonathan Landeen from Jonathan Cork here in Tucson. Jonathan is one of the renowned experts here in the valley when it comes to roasting and grilling, and whether you take advantage of his patio pig roasting that he has every Thursday evening of the month of June here, or his grilling classes that you can now sign up for the autumn online as well, or just visit his restaurant. He is truly somebody that you want to speak to if you need some information about grilling, and that's why we're here today. We figured we'd come here to the expert to help us a little bit and give us a few tidbits about how we can improve our grilling technique. So, Jonathan, you're the expert. Why don't you tell us what you're going to teach us today?
Well, I'm going to do a nice brick pressed chicken for you today. And we're going to do two techniques. We're going to brine it. We're also going to put a nice herb mixture underneath the skin, which is traditionally the way you do the brick pressed chicken. What we're going to do for him is we're going to take this olive oil and a little fine chopped garlic, and we're going to put that on to simmer and bring that up. And while that's getting ready to come to a simmer, we're going to chop a little fresh oregano. But when you're chopping parsley at home, the nice thing is if you'll roll it up, if you really kind of try to assemble it into a small little packet, if you roll it up and chop it and you keep it rolled really tightly, then you don't have to chop it so many times. You don't have a tendency to chase it all over the board.
Yep.
So now, and you can leave this, because it's going to cook, you don't have to chop it really fine. And that's good enough. And we're going to take that and add it to the garlic. That's going to heat up. And then to this, we're going to add a little lemon juice and a little grated lemon. And as you know, you better grate the lemon before you decide to juice it. It's a little easier to handle the whole one. And so we're just going to take the outside peel. It's got all the wonderful oils, the natural rich flavors of the lemon without adding that astringent acid of the juice. See how nice it's, and it's just starting to simmer.
And that's where you want to sort of bring it to?
Just enough to cook that garlic and cook the parsley together and warm up the lemon and the lemon juice and have that all ready to go. Now we're going to let this cool off. We want to do it kind of quickly, so I'm just going to let it sit out here on the board and not leave it big. And we can put that in the fridge if you want. Just set it on the side of the counter. But let this cool off for just a second while you're getting your chicken ready. And while we're getting our chicken ready, you know, the thing is, we do brick pressed chicken and everybody kind of laughs, but and, you know, they sell those really nice and rather not too inexpensive weights to press your chicken down with. But if you have, in everybody's backyard, I think we all have something.
We do.
Maybe it's just a brick. Take it, wrap it in aluminum foil. If you have a really rough brick, you can wrap it twice. I just fold it over.
So this is really a way to kind of economize in terms of a press for the chicken.
This is, and I make two of these per chicken. And if you leave this on the grill while you're getting your chicken ready and your grill's getting hot, then this brick gets hot. And I'll show you what it does that is so phenomenal. It makes it so easy. So, chicken. This is a nice one. Now, I give you a recipe for brining. We brine this chicken. I put it on to brine for about 5 hours. I do it at least an hour per pound. I like to do it, but I found that overnight is too much. 12 hours is too much for me. Too strong of flavor, too much salt, too much sugar.
Okay.
Too strong.
Yep.
And then for this, all we're going to do is cut this chicken in half. Very simple. Now what we're looking to do is we're making sure that there's not a lot of extra fat, and we're going through and we're opening up the skin underneath the breast and underneath the thigh. And we want to be able to, from this side here, and make sure that I have space underneath all of these. Now, that's ready to go. Let me show you what we have to do. This should be cool enough, and it's been out, and we're taking big pinches, and we're putting it underneath the skin of the breast and pressing it down. Don't worry. I mean, you have the ability from the top to see it and spread it out.
Spread it out if you want.
Spread it out a little bit with
evenly.
And this does two things. It seasons the chicken, and it also, because you've separated the skin, allows the skin to get really crisp. And then don't try to go all the way like this to the thigh, but since you've cut the back out, now you have this big pocket. you can go underneath this way to the leg and push it all the way down in the leg meat. Have this in the refrigerator an hour, and you can go 2 hours. We've brined it for 4 hours. We've let it rest after we've stuffed that wonderful parsley, oregano, lemon underneath it, and it's ready to go on the grill. And the nice thing about it is that we're doing brick pressed. So, and I showed you how to do the brick. Now, there's 2 things. These are welding gloves. They're inexpensive. You can buy them at the hardware store cheap. They last for a long time, and when you're done, throw them away. You don't need to have an expensive oven mitt. Oh, look at this. Somebody already started the chicken for us.
Isn't that amazing?
Now, this is also funny because I did the small bricks, but this is a larger piece of cement, like a cap block. So this is how this chicken is going to look in just a little while. And so we're just going to take it. I mean, it's going to come up, it's off, and we're going to lay this other one right next to it, and this is going to be really ready. And see how, I'm going to show you how pretty that thing looks underneath. See how gorgeous? So now we're going to lay this one on. We'll come back. We'll be able to eat this one. Meanwhile, for whoever is going to join us, and look at those wings.
Those wings. Those wings.
Did I
look
tell
at that.
you? Yay.
Jonathan, for people who have grills at home, do they need to do anything in the way of prepping the grill beforehand so, you know, that maybe the chicken will it stick? Yes.
You can actually rub the grill with the wings like I'm doing right here. There's enough fat in the skin that will pre-prep it.
Okay.
But you have to have a clean grill anyway. Please make sure you've cleaned it, wiped it down, brushed it, and wiped it down. And then you can rub it with the wings just like that. And then we're going to take this and we're going to slide him right on here, right next to our other one.
And what's the recommendation for temperature? Like where do you want to go with this?
One of the things that we're doing is we're doing this on a mesquite fired, so we have mesquite wood, really nice big chunks. But I would say that this grill, if you have an oven thermometer on it, you probably want it at about 400 degrees. And then what we do is we take our 2 bricks that we've wrapped, and we lay them right on top. And the nice thing about these bricks is they've been in the grill, so they're hot, and they will actually help crisp that skin up.
Sure. Jonathan, how long should the chicken cook?
This one has been on for an hour.
On one side only? Or
And I never turned it.
Okay, so 1 hour on one side.
Yep, and I was going to say it's going to be an hour to an hour and a half. And now we have our really nice brick, and we have our really good done chicken. And I'm probably scared to lift him, because he's just going to be, and you're going to see how
tender. It's almost
cooked.
ready. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how cooked that is. This has been about an hour and a half now, so you'll see. One of the things is a nice Sangiovese in the early afternoon, also cool, is delicious. And I think that this little Maryhill Sangiovese will go beautifully with this gorgeous Italian brick pressed chicken.
There you go.
So, not that we're standing on formality, but and I just want to show you. Oh, that's nice. And then we have our chicken.
Look how tender this is, Jonathan.
You see no pink. The bone comes right away. And for the ultimate coup de grace, taste that. That's got the flavor.
Oh, the seasoning.
Very good.
And you know, there's a little bit of fat under with the skin that really adds that richness to it. How wonderful.
We're just ready to carve, just like that.